Wolves have been part of human life since the dawn of mankind. As a symbol of gruesome nature, we have always seen eye to each other and been wary about our surroundings. For as long as written history can be researched, werewolves and lycanthropes have been a part of our mythology and our history. The ancient Egypt god Anubis, for instance, is half man, half dog wolf, and we have been reading about Wolfman in the early Middle Ages Europe, in the scripture of the Norsemen and in Native American folklore. But why had this particular beast been following us to the modern age? Well, there are as many answers as there are questions, but one thing is certain: we have always feared the unknown. We are great at creating myths, explaining something we can understand. The werewolf do vary a lot between cultures, but the common ground in European culture seems to be originating from the fact that wearing a wolf skin was an initiating rite for warriors, Tyrkrieger, a warrior of pagan god Odin. And if we look at the facts of it, it seems to be about that time when we went from fruit and root collecting to predatory hunting and wearing a wolfskin to show who is the predator in this world, namely us. But that is not the only origin. A werewolf is not only a big wolf with bipedal construction. Lycanthropy usually means that man turns into a wolf, as nature intended them. We can see this in Greek mythology, namely that the Greek geographer Laocoon was transformed into a wolf by Zeus as a punishment for ritually murdering a child. In Scandinavia, a werewolf is commonly a man that turns into a wolf by wearing a cursed wolf skin or drinking from the same pond as a wolf and therefore getting the curse. These men were condemned to run paw forever, which basically means to run on all four forever. Werewolves have been hunted throughout the ages and was a part of the witch hunting European Middle Ages, as several cases of lycanthropy can be found in the records from that time. The case that brought attention to the problem with werewolf was Peter Stump, or more known as the Werewolf of Bedburg, a serial killer and a cannibal that after a long period of torture confessed to the practice of black magic and had a deal with the devil, enabling his ability to transform into a vicious werewolf. He confessed to the murder of 14 children and 2 pregnant women whose fetuses he ripped out and devoured. He also claimed to have incestuous relationship with his daughter that also were sentenced to be executed with him. Another, maybe more notorious and famous case of an alleged werewolf or werewolves was the case of the beast of Gerwadan. I'm not sure that I am pronouncing that correct. It's French. A man-eating wolf monster that attacked and killed and fed on human flesh on the Marguerite Mountains, France in 1764. The record of the victims are a bit astounding, claiming the werewolf or werewolves to have done circa 210 attacks, leaving 113 dead and 49 injured. About 98 of the victims that died is said to have been partially eaten, and all the killed had their throats ripped out. We should also know that this is a common wolf thing, ripping throats out. That's how wolves hunt in packs. Now, the Kingdom of France is known to not take crap for anyone, supernatural or not. It doesn't really matter, they go after you. And as such, the king ordered out a considerable amount of able men to hunt the beast. It included nobles, soldiers, civilians, civilian hunters, I guess, and royal huntsmen. The wolf is said to have roared the area for 3 years, and it came to an end in 1767 when a local hunter, Jean Chastel, shot a wolf in an organized hunt that was organized to hunt that specific beast. In legend, it is said that he used a silver-covered bullet to kill the wolf, and that they did indeed find human remains in it. That is probably the strongest case of werewolf happening, mostly, well, except for the Peter Stump case that we have in before. I cannot say that it is a werewolf. It's probably really big gray wolves, but it's fun to think. In modern depiction of the werewolf, the wolf man usually stand on 2 legs, stalking the night and killing people each and every night. Sometimes it transforms during full moon, while some it seems to transform when getting angry or simply at will. One of the classical movies that I prefer to watch when I'm watching werewolf movies, which might be considered a little bit boring for you other guys, is An American Werewolf in London. It depicts the werewolf more as a dire wolf, more than the modern approach to it. But it's a really good movie, so if you haven't seen An American Werewolf in London, why are you watching this video? It seems that the different tales of the werewolf isn't gonna end here and now. We will probably see a lot of it in the future, on the silver screen, in games, in books. And I think that's a good thing, because I can apparently get enough of this murderous little furball.